This is my audience. Have you ever thought about the pros and cons of public school education, or even thought about homeschooling? Well, I have, and I want to share with you what I found out. Some advantages of public school education is you will have free bus transportation. There are after-school programs that any child can join. There are extracurricular activities such as band, choir, and theater programs. Every teacher has to be certified by the state. Children get to attend school with their friends around their neighborhood. And those are only a few advantages of public school education. But with advantages come disadvantages. Some are students have little to no choice which school they go to because of the district zones. Some districts are underfunded, which means they may have to cut out certain programs. Oftentimes, classroom sizes are overfull due to a limited amount of teachers. Many parents do not like the aspect of standardized testing and how much they mean for schools. Many students with disabilities oftentimes get lost in the shuffle at public schools, and some cultural disadvantages are many A+ and overachievers do not work to their full potential because they want to fit in and not have lower self-esteem. And with public schools, there is always a possibility that a child could be in an unsafe environment, whether in school or on the bus. Now we're going to look at the pros and cons of homeschooling. Some pros are educational freedom, where many students can choose what they want to learn at their own pace. They also have physical freedom by not having to stick to the school hours. This allows for different field trips, and families can plan off-season vacations. Children also are more stress-free because they do not have to deal with the peer pressure or having a low self-esteem while in school. Parents can implement whatever religion they would like their children to learn into their studies, and children are more than likely going closer to their family. Kids are typically more rested because of the reason that they don't have to wake up at a certain time. They can work at their own pace. And one last one is students can accomplish more material in a shorter amount of time because there's no need for busy work. But there is also negatives to homeschooling. Homeschooling adds a lot more responsibility to the parent or parents because most of the time a family or mom or dad has to give up their job to offer their children a homeschool education, which is one less income coming in. Many parents often struggle with being around their child 24/7. Children in later teen years find it hard to become a part of a team sport, which their community starts to not have when they're older. And one last negative is the comments that families receive about being homeschooled and homeschooling their child. But when you look at the overall between public versus homeschooling education, I think many children would benefit from being homeschooled. Children have access to way more freedom throughout the homeschooling program that would better any child for their future, because isn't the whole reason for school to be better in your future? And this is my audience again.